All right, today on the Daily BA,
we're all looking like Rhino.
ooh.
They're making me wear that.
Welcome back to another installment of the Daily BA. We have our final episode talking about all the ways to ABA or everyday ABA with Diah Askari, the real behavior man. And this time we talk about fitness. So we're gonna jump into that. He has a game kind of challenge for everybody. And then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna share some resources that are both free and paywalled that you can go out, explore, and learn as much as possible about behavior analysis and fitness. Did you break it? All right. Welcome to the Daily BA. We're again in Miami, here with Behavior Man.
Also known as Diah Askari in my civilian form.
Yes, yeah.
My actual behavior analyst person.
So we're back in Miami. We're gonna talk about health and fitness today, right?
Yes.
So behavior analysis. Why health and fitness and behavior analysis?
Cool. Personally, I'm just extremely into health and fitness, and I'm extremely into behavior analysis. So naturally,
Why not merge them
sounds
together,
like
right?
a good avenue to go down. But I think just practically for our field, we always talk about stepping outside the autism box, right? The big problem with that is autism equals funding, how we make our living, right?
And we have like a lot of cool work we've done there.
Yeah.
We're effective, and there's a lot of people who need help.
Yes, there's a lot more to it.
But our
Like
field
you said,
with having
yes.
all the overreaching like possibilities.
So all of that. But since we can do so much more, we always talk about where to go next. I think the biggest hurdle to that is people are afraid they're not going to make money in these other areas, right? You can't make a living doing something that doesn't exist, you would think.
Yeah.
But fitness is a multi-billion-dollar industry that's almost begging to get help from behavior analysis, even though they don't know it.
Okay.
So if we are going to step into out of the box, into another field, and we want to be profitable in that field, fitness naturally makes sense for a field. And I personally believe it's like the next frontier of behavior analysis. It's where we're going to have the next major impact, like we have had on autism. Next major social impact that we had on autism.
Okay.
Something similar could happen to fitness.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I see us going with that. And
Yeah.
I have that.
I mean, the data's there on like why we could effectively help that area, right?
Yeah. Well, so the way I look at it is this: like if someone, first of all, motivation's kind of already there for most people. Most people want to get in better shape. They want to lose more weight, right? We want these things to happen. And we basically know how to do it, right? We eat better. I need to eat less pizza and eat more salads.
Mm-hmm.
I need to exercise more, right? If you do these things, then you're generally gonna be healthier. But why aren't we doing these things?
Yeah.
I think that's the major question. I mean, like, we could take these basic steps and try to make those things happen, but we generally don't. Like me personally, I know exactly what to do because I've done it. I've lost weight. I've been in really good shape before, but I've also gained a lot of weight. Right, and there's times I'm one of those who fluctuates. I'll gain a lot of weight, then I'll lose a lot of weight. So I think there's this issue too of sustainability, generalizing and maintenance that really isn't explored in the fitness community. Fitness community is mostly based on getting fit quick and how quickly get fit in 30 days. Right?
Yeah.
And also a lot of the information that is out there, right?
Rather than like get fit for the next 10 years.
Yeah, right? And that's what behavior analysts do. We look at changing behavior over the long term as opposed to just changing it now and then walking away and being done with it. And that tends to be what traditionally exists in the fitness world.
Yeah.
You go out there and you want to find how to get fit. You end up finding like what the research says, this is what's optimal to get fit. You eat 0 carbs or you don't eat food for a week, I don't know. And you'll get fit in like this amount of time, or you do this kind of lift versus this kind of lift and you'll build muscle faster. These things are great for like people who are training to be like naked on stage, like, you know, in those bodybuilding competitions or like, the elites and stuff. But that's not everybody. Most people, in order to lead a more fit life, you literally just need to eat better than you ate yesterday. You literally just need to move more than you moved yesterday, and you're starting to be on the way to trend in a healthier direction.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of like that route of changing small behavior, measurable behavior, instead of always focusing on the outcome like weight loss. We changed measurable behavior that would in turn have like that effect of weight loss. Yeah. And then behavior that can be sustained. If we kind of change that, we're kind of focusing on habit building instead of just only looking for what's optimal and get fit in 30 days, things like that. So behavior analysis, taking these different things in mind, can go into the fitness community and say, hey, here's why you're failing ultimately, right? This is why obesity is such a big problem, is because you're only telling people what's the most optimal way to get fit, and a lot of times it's
rather
not
than
sustainable.
like shaping it up.
Yeah, people don't want to do it. And I did a presentation at FABA on this, and I showed an example of like beginner's diet, right? And the beginner's diet was like kale, spinach, oatmeal, chicken, and whatever. And I'm like, that's not really a beginner's diet. Like that's pretty extreme, right?
Yeah.
And in reality, it's like if I eat 10 pizzas a day, if I want to be a little healthier, if I eat 9 pizzas tomorrow instead of 10, and then 8 the next day, I'm trending a little better.
Yep.
You know, so that's the best answer for that person. So it's more individualized, which it really doesn't happen that much. I think enough though.
Yeah.
So that's my quick snapshot synopsis of why they need us and why I think we should get in there, because I think there's sustainability because of the funding that could come from it and profits and all that good stuff. So do you have any takes on behavior analysis and fitness?
No, I like that you hit on the research. So I was diving into some of the research lately, and it's hard to find like what the optimal. People look at it like the focus, like you said, is always on these like get fit quick rather than how to maintain and measure for that maintenance. So we've been working on like essentially a research project we're kicking around to do, but it's one of those that it's going to take a year to appropriately measure and do follow-ups. And I'm like, I see why people don't necessarily do this all the time. Yeah, it's insane. You know, I can't just like
it's much easier to
slam it out real quick.
Change
it
in 30 days and then it's worked in 30 days.
Yeah. So I resonate with that, and then I just think also, I guess there's a billion motivational apps out there, whether it's for this industry or others, and clearly our field can help inform some of that. I think that we have to partner to be able to really understand what those things are, though. Like we can't just solve the motivation stuff on our own. If we'd done that, then there'd be no motivation problems in our own field, you know. But we can help inform that discussion at least. So maybe just that. So, and then lastly, like just like collaborative models where I've gotten anywhere with like putting things that are good together, products, tools, services. And so behavior analysis plus, you know, like you said, nutritionist, what else? Nutritionist, physiologist, whatever, like that whole world.
Personal trainers.
Yeah, personal trainers like can probably really lead to some really cool results.
Really good. Yeah. I mean, we're not experts in exercise or dieting. Like I don't know what the best ideal diet should be for somebody. I know that I can measurably make changes towards a diet like that, but that would require me talking to a dietitian and them saying, optimally, this is what we want them to have in 1 year. This is what they should be eating on average in a year. And I'll take that and say, okay, when we look at their life, and we can try to work at getting to them that point. So that's exactly why collaboration is important, especially when we're stepping outside of our specialty per se. So, and there are people in our field who are doing this already. I want to give another shout out, Nick Green of Behavior Fit. He's doing a lot of research on sedentary lifestyles and moving more. Yep,
there's the ABI Special Interest Group for Health and Sports Fitness. I think Tanya Warwick, I might have messed up the name. She's in there as well. We'll tag more. There's a lot of there's some people like forging that ground on the social platforms and like out there in the entrepreneurship world. There's also those resources like the Special Interest Group.
We have a FABA Special Interest Group, I think it's the same title.
Okay.
We're trying to do a little bit more with that. Also have a Facebook page, Behavior Analysts Get Fit, a place where we're getting together, kind of shooting some ideas around, hopefully to inspire research, and also kind of piloting and testing different group dependencies and how social praise and all these things and accountability kind of tie in and what effects they do have. And there's some basic data there, you know, like people posting, we can count some stuff there. So it's really interesting. There are a lot of people who are interested in fitness and behavior analysis. So I really want to motivate everybody. Like if this is one of your passions, reach out to other people who are trying this because they exist, they're out there and they're doing well, and take the next step on your own.
All right, so the next thing is you have a game you've been working on, right?
Yeah.
Behavior analysis kind of influenced. And fitness related as well.
Yeah, so it's nothing too crazy, and people probably play different iterations of the game, but it kind of solves a problem that was brought up during a discussion I had with Nick Green about sedentary lifestyles, right? And just the whole idea of exercise. And it's basically based on the principle that human beings, part of our evolutionary past is we're not meant to be sitting around all day. We're supposed to move. Like physiologically, that's part of what we're supposed to do, and that's how we're supposed to function in a healthy way. Yeah. But over time, we've developed technologies and stuff that make moving, make less need to move. Right? Yeah. Making things more time efficient, so you have to move less to get more things accomplished, which are great in that regard. But because of that, we've kind of developed these really crazy sedentary habits that are really bad for our health.
Yeah, what I've seen is just simply like the chair, right?
The chair.
Like
the chair shouldn't exist almost.
Sitting in school is like the first place where you start to experience it.
Absolutely. So that's just what we learn to do, is to just sit. through everything. And we always want to sit down and instead of walk, we drive and all these things.
Yeah.
So what we've had to do, obesity, I guess, was the effect of that, like large spread obesity. And so what humans have done is develop this thing called exercise, right? So we have to go out there and literally engage in artificial movements that serve no immediate function in the environment, right? Besides to offset the non-movement we've been doing based on the. So we're saving time through technology, but then we have to go spend time to make up for it's this big catch-22 conundrum.
I've always been interested in the sheer amount of energy that is put into working out and lifting weights that's just lost too. I've always wondered, could you hack that and take that and then just run America off of all the energy that we're exerting?
It's pretty crazy. And so just along those lines, exercise isn't always reinforcing to a lot of people. Sometimes when you get into it, your endorphins start going. We're talking some of the mental things here that might make it reinforcing. Or if you're working out with other people, it can be a social thing to it. But I mean, that you would require other people to have that social component. But just sometimes exercise in and of itself is high response effort. It hurts and makes you tired. So it's like an aversive activity that we would typically want to avoid because it doesn't serve any real function. What I tried to think of doing is, how do I lower response effort, come up with an idea for people to be able to exercise in a way that's reinforcing, right? So we're moving. That's the idea here. We're moving and we're adding kind of gamification to exercise. So I kind of created a little game.
Cool, all right.
I think I'm gonna call it behavior ball.
Behavior ball.
But it's something that could be, the idea is you can literally play at home, you can play by yourself, you can play with somebody. And we're gonna play, I'm challenging Rhino here. And I think
behavior ball.
Gonna destroy him.
Let's go. I heard about this game, but I didn't know it was called behavior ball.
I didn't know it was called behavior ball either. I've been spitting around an idea. I'm not sure.
Let us know what you think about behavior ball. All right, so what do we need to make this happen? What are the materials?
So the materials, you could use one cooler, two coolers, two types of balls, or one or two balls. Depends if you're playing by yourself or not.
Okay.
We're gonna play with one cooler today, and we're each gonna have a ball because we're gonna be playing head to head. If you don't have enough space, what you could do is take turns alternating and time each other, whoever get the best time, but we're gonna go head to head. So the idea is, you basically, first person to score 10 baskets by throwing the ball into the cooler win, right? Thing is, after each shot, you have to go collect your ball, come back to the line. What we're gonna do is actually run for there and then run back to the line. First time you get to the line, you do 5 push-ups and then you're allowed to shoot again. Next time you get back to the line, you have to do 5 squats. So you just keep repeating that process until somebody hits 10 points. So essentially, the more times you miss, the more exercise you're gonna end up doing, the more movement you're gonna engage in. But the overall function of the game is to score baskets and win, get a better time, beat the other person. So it's kind of, you're gamifying it and it becomes a fun activity as opposed to just moving for movement's sake.
So we have a cooler, right?
Yeah, we have coolers, 2 balls. We're using hangers as markers to know where to shoot from. You can literally do whatever distance you want. And then when I play at my own house, I have another cooler over here, because my house is a little longer.
Yeah.
So I go from one cooler and then have to run to the next cooler. But you can do it with just one cooler.
Cool, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5-ish Ryan steps. So if you're looking for something, it's about
37 steps for a normal person. Ryan's really tall. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm nervous. Ready?
All right. Time on the clock. You ready to lose?
Going down.
Mark, set, go.
Oh my God! Straight out of it. We're gonna hit that. Whoa. 1.
Damn, I'm still at 1. Who missed?
Dang.
Alright, that was the game. You whooped my butt.
I defeated.
Yeah.
I defeated the Rhino.
Yeah. Although we both missed a lot, which brings up a cool point. Like, you don't have to have someone to play this game, right?
You don't.
Yeah.
So generally, every other time before this, I played the game. I played by myself. So I would just do 1 to 3 heats, I guess, and I would time it each time. So the first time you go, you get a time. The second time you go, you can try to beat that time. But also, like, as you do subsequent days, you can average your times out. So if you did 3 heats, you say this is your average time. So the next day you go, you can either try to get your high score overall, or just like a high average score. You know, like try to beat your average. That way it's not like too unattainable if you have like one really good heat, I guess, where you're just not missing any shots. So that's one way to play it, or you just play head to head. Like you just saw one game, but you probably play like best of 3. And you just play to 10, and you can do variations. You can change up the distance, you can change up the exercise, you can change up the scoring, whatever you want. It's just make fun, like make it a fun activity. So you're not moving just for movement's sake, you're moving to do something else, and it ends up being something fun that you might get competitive with.
Cool. Behavior ball, you heard it first. This guy. Will it be viral?
Let's see. I want to see this go viral. So everybody practice this game, do it, and comment. Tell us, give us some feedback.
Try it out.
Variations.
Tell us what the variations are. Drop them down below.
And also discuss any behavioral components to this. That would be something interesting.
I'll hold you to that. You gotta throw some behavioral ideas in there. I will too.
That'd be cool.
All right, cool. All right. Hope you enjoyed. With that said, this is your Daily BA. All right, so there's the game. As for resources, I have one that's really awesome. It is really hard to remember the title, so I'm just gonna read it to you really quick. Clinical and organizational applications of applied behavior analysis, practical resources for the mental health professional. In there, chapter 22, there is a chapter by Matt Norman and 2 others, Jesse Dowry and Triton Ong. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It is applied behavior analysis for health and fitness. It is a great edited chapter. Now there are also 3 different health and fitness oriented Facebook groups for behavior analysts. All 3 of them are linked down below. Here they are. And do me a favor, if you're into this, and only if you're into this, maybe hit that like button and share it off to a colleague that's interested in behavior analysis and health and fitness applications. I know there's a lot of people on social media that I did not highlight that are doing things here. So I'll do my best to maybe collaborate, catch you at various different conferences. And a quick shout out to the Patreon community. It means a lot to me that you help me and you support me. Diah, you're one of them, so thank you very much. And that's your Daily BA. Here we go. First question is from Operant Coffee. So Beth, thank you for the submission. It's a great one. She asks, you have 5 behavior analysts or behaviorists that you can invite for coffee. Who would it be? Go. So I have a few. The first one would be Israel Golddiamond. I like his nonlinear thinking, his approach to behavior analysis. It's very interesting to me. It maps onto what behavior analysis